it do? It is dark here in my office with those blue lights. Let me get my ring light on here, and then I'll get into. Okay. Go on. Boom. There it goes. Now it's a little bit brighter for my face, so it's all shiny. Let's just typically just get right into the charts. However, I'm going to digress and talk a little bit about, we've got an individual that's saying that Bitcoin is going to reach to 3.4 million by the end of 2030. By the end of 2030, Bitcoin is going to be 3.4. I mean, granted, if you think of inflation, inflation going up 2 to 10% every year, $3.4 million isn't going to be able to spend like what it is today. That's probably going to be like the typical home value, right? Is buying a house is 3.4, but it'd be kind of still cool to be able to buy a house just with one Bitcoin, because right now one Bitcoin being 20 grand, you can't really buy a house with. So, I mean, that's just a little bit of perspective right there. But we will get right into the trades, and I'll show you. You can see on the bottom hand, my Ethereum trade, I'm 437%. I actually took some more profits right around where we are right now because of the sheer fact. Let me move over my trend line here. Boom, because you can see that we are retracing right after it. We are retracing. And so therefore I was like, my price targets are really the over 1400, but this might not be the move that breaks us over 1400. So therefore I did take some profits on my Ethereum trade. I left the majority of it open. I closed it by half. And I'm almost considering, should I short? Should I open up another trade to short ETH right at this level, because it is being rejected at the $1,400 range? That I'd have to look on the 1 hour. How are we looking? Yeah, just dun dun dun. Total rejection. I don't know, that's a thought. That's a thought for me to maybe even short Ethereum. Even though I'm bullish, for me to short right off of this level, because we're not there. We want to see it touch multiple times before it breaks through. You want at least like 3 touches here, and we're have a nice solid little consolidation here, which could be a sign that we are going to pump out. If we look at my Bitcoin trade, I did not take any profits on my Bitcoin trade because I haven't hit my price target. Okay, but if you were with me yesterday evening, I was saying, okay, hey guys, look, we've got this symmetric triangle, right? You guys can all see the triangle, and we broke out of that triangle right here. Boom, boom, boom. And that's right around when I decided to be positive. My positive here was 19,500-ish. It shows me what my entry is. It's like 19,006 something on there. And really, my price target is right around the $21,500 range. And this is on the 30-minute. Let me go to a larger time frame so it's easier to see. Get rid of that. Pull this guy. Let's do auto. Restart chart. Get that volume out of the way so we can see. Boom, boom, boom. But you can see we're getting rejected right here. It's like, now is honestly not a bad time to short Bitcoin again either, but I've got a big position open in my Bitcoin trade, and we're not pumping through. We need to get above this area. On the 4 hour, I guess let's look at the volume. We're right around that area where it could skyrocket up to my price target, but this might not be that move to break through here. And then ADA, let's just momentarily look at ADA. Dun, 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 because I was meaning to keep my ADA trade open. However, I saw, just like what I've been seeing, is resistance on all of them. So I did sell half of my Ethereum trade as well. So it's still open and it's doing well. I'm 60% or so, but you know, we might not be breaking out. So I now can't lose on my ADA trade because I took the 50% profit. So if I go down to my stop, well, I get out with a 0 loss. I didn't make anything, but I didn't lose anything. So I took the risk off the table. So now everything is gravy. I just need to try to hit my new price targets. And I haven't even judged where the new price targets would be for my Ethereum trade right now because we're hitting solid resistance. Where would be a good level to try to take? Maybe the top of the volume where we have it here. All right, I would say that that's pretty good. Right at 50 cents. Take more profit at 50 cents and then leave the rest open. Take profit at 50 cents, then move stop up to where we are right now. So you're locked in, and I don't know, can live another day. But Bitcoin really needs to stay above 20,000 for us to eventually, we need to consolidate right around 20,000. And that's what we've been doing. If you guys have followed me, I've told you that I really believe that we have hit a bottom. The bottom being where we were. It's easier to see on the daily, right? Even on the weekly. This was the bottom, 17,600. It's where the volume dies off, where that dotted line is. I don't think that we're hitting that again. Truthfully, I just don't. Ethereum, I don't think we're hitting under $1,000 Ethereum again. You know, we got down to 800. I know I keep saying that because I want people to be aware that, you know, I can be wrong, but it looks like we're going to be hanging out in this area for a while. And even if let me go to the weekly. Even if we bump up to a new level, we're going to be hanging out in that area for a while. We're not going to see this parabolic move anytime soon because of we're not in a bull market. Just plain and simple. We are not in a bull market. It's going to be a while. And another determining factor is the stock market. Okay, so crypto is a $1 billion, not $1 billion, but it is a $1 trillion market, and where the stock market is a $25 trillion market, right? And there's another 50 trillion of investable assets out there to go into stuff. And then the whole equities market, if you compile all of them together, as far as not just money, we're over 100 trillion for that stuff. But and then real estate is 300 trillion. So there's a bunch of money out there. Let me go back home on TradingView. And S&P 500, we are bouncing last night. Again, I told everybody that, hey, we needed to see a bounce off of the bottom here. Where my line is, we need to see a bounce. Because this is a higher low. No matter what, it's irrefutable to not say that is a higher low. Here's our low for the year. For this is essentially an index for all of the stock market, and we have the bottom, right? This is the exact same reason why I feel like Bitcoin and Ethereum have all bottomed out. The market has bottomed. We're not going to see a massive crash anymore as long as the feds do their job with making sure that inflation is continuing to go downwards. Yeah, they're going to make it harder to invest by raising rates. I talked about this yesterday at Around the Blockchain. You know, I kind of made my other contestants a little bit, and my views are so different than the majority of people. And all that's, Mark Twain says, if you find yourself on the side of the majority, you should stop and reflect. And for that reason, I don't know. And something about me, I just think differently. But everyone is hoping for a crash. Everyone is hoping for, oh my God, a recession is coming. Guys, we're already in a recession. dude. Price of gas is damn near freaking $5. Price of milk is so expensive. Groceries, nah. People don't have money around, right? And really, a recession is defined by declining GDP in 2 quarters. And we've already hit that, but they decided to change the definition of a recession. It's silly. No, we are in a recession. All the news say that, oh, we're almost coming there. That's why I feel like, guys, there's really only upside to a lot of this stuff. And look, that is a decent wick for the S&P 500, just the stock market in general, right? Just think of the S&P 500 as just the overview for the stock market. And boom, we have bounced, which is great. I said it was going to bounce. I honestly wish that I would have had some option orders in, but the freaking market closes and I wouldn't have gotten filled this morning anyway, because I don't have insider help to get my orders pushed to the top, right? So therefore, that's why I decided to trade cryptos, because it's open 24/7. But ideally, it'd be a bullish signal to be bouncing over 4,000, which is my white line here. But this guy more than likely might get rejected back around the $3,800 range, but it's got room to pump. But buyers are saying no, we are not going to go lower in the stock market because we've already been tanked. And guys, it's the end of September. September is historically one of the worst months ever for stocks, just money in general, right? We are over it. This is the over hurdle. I can see a big moving coming in the next month in October. I know I was calling for $2,000 Ethereum after the merge, and you just fundamentally it should be valued over 2,000 right now. But technically, and with the miners fighting as much as they have been, that's just kind of what has happened. But truthfully, for Ethereum, where we've got this dotted teal line, that is really my price target for Ethereum. And I think we're going to hit that in the next few months, right? I really think that there's going to be a decent relief rally. I know there's a couple of my big friends saying that we're going to see another bottom hit by the end of the year. I don't think. Again, I believe, just from what I've seen in the markets, and I've been around a while, is that we're going to go sideways for a while and we're going to break out. Like even what I said yesterday on my live stream on this symmetric triangle. A symmetric triangle is something where it's either bullish or bearish, right? There is no direction because it's not going upwards, it's not going downwards. You don't have a declining slope, you don't have an upgoing slope. It's just hanging in a range, but it's squeezing, right? Like if you squeeze a pimple, it eventually is going to pop. You have no idea where it's going to go, and it ended up breaking out and going boom. So realistically, I should have taken some profits off my Bitcoin trade, and I may, because it's such a large position. It's the biggest position that I have of these guys. That's why I'm at such low leverage, because I needed more capital to keep my stop where it was at. Because the way I trade with leverage is I don't just willy-nilly just say, hey, 25x, 35x, 50x, 70x, 5x, 3x, whatever. I want to make sure that my stop is in a place to where I actually get stopped out, okay? And that's why my stop is down here close to the actual local bottom here. And therefore, I needed to have low leverage so that I had room to grow, okay? And I tell you when I lose. I told you earlier this week that I lost on an Ethereum trade, right? But I'm up big on another Ethereum trade, just plain and simple. But that's really what I have this morning. I'll probably come back later this evening. I appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm going to do a lot of analysis and give you a lot of info on multiple things, just simple investing. I'm going to do some more tutorials to help everybody out. But if you are involved right now I believe is a decent time to dollar cost average and hold, because the path to wealth is really never selling, right? Yes, I do a lot of trading, but the majority of my wealth has been created from buy and hold investing. That is simple And that's how it always should be. Coco Chanel, the mastermind that makes those really expensive purses, he says that the keynote to success is simplicity. Simplicity. Don't make things difficult. So I'm not a big fan of all the fancy variable life. No. I can go all into more. I've got a lot of knowledge up here that I'm willing to share with you guys for free. So please like and subscribe. Till next time, this is Johnny Crypto, here to help you guys make some money.